Nobody warned Daniel that wasting your life feels comfortable at first. That was the dangerous part. Failure did not arrive like a car crash. It arrived quietly. In the extra hour of sleep. In the scrolling that felt like relaxing. In the plans that felt like progress. And here is what makes this story different from every motivational video you have ever watched. Daniel did not turn his life around through a massive breakthrough. He did not find a mentor with the perfect speech. He did not wake up one morning suddenly motivated. He just made one small promise, and then he kept it. What happened next changed everything, but not in the way he expected. Daniel was 24 years old. From the outside, his life looked fine. He had a roof over his head. He had food on the table. He had a phone in his hand, always. But on the inside, Daniel was slowly becoming someone he did not recognize. Every single night, he made himself the same promise. Tomorrow, I will wake up early. Tomorrow, I will start the gym. Tomorrow, I will learn something new. Tomorrow, I will fix this. But tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month. And next month became another year. Here's the part nobody talks about. Lazy people do not always look lazy. Sometimes they look busy. Busy scrolling through research. Busy making plans they will never start. Busy dreaming about the version of themselves that keeps never showing up. Daniel was incredibly busy, doing absolutely nothing. Every morning, his mother left for work before the sun came up. She walked past his room quietly. And every morning, Daniel pretended to be asleep. Not because he was tired, but because he could not handle the shame of looking her in the eyes. Have you ever pretended to be asleep so you did not have to face the day? Because if you have, this story is for you. One afternoon, Daniel ran into an old school friend named Marcus. Now, Marcus was not supposed to be successful. In school, Marcus struggled with everything. He borrowed money constantly. He was always late, always distracted, always the last person anyone expected to figure life out. But when Daniel saw him that afternoon, something was different. Marcus arrived in a clean black car, pressed shirt, calm eyes, a quiet confidence that Daniel had never seen in him before. Daniel forced a smile. "Man, you really changed your life." Marcus laughed. "Not really." Daniel frowned. "What do you mean, not really?" "Look at you." Marcus leaned against the car. "I just stopped wasting days. Not years, not months, days." That sentence stayed in Daniel's mind all night. He opened social media, photos, transformations, progress, success. Everyone seemed to be moving forward, except him. And then his phone screen went black. Battery dead. Silence flooded the room. And for the first time in months, Daniel sat completely alone with his own thoughts. No noise, no distraction, just reality. And reality was brutal. He was not afraid of failure. He was afraid of waking up at 40 years old with nothing but excuses and regret. That fear hit him so hard, he could not sleep. So at 3:17 in the morning, Daniel walked outside. And what the old man told him that night is something most people never hear until it is too late. Stay with me. The streets were empty, cold wind, silent roads, the whole world asleep except for him. As Daniel walked, he noticed an old man sitting outside a tiny tea shop. The man looked calm, too calm, like someone who had already made peace with everything life had ever thrown at him. Daniel bought tea and sat nearby. Neither of them spoke. Then, without even looking at him, the old man spoke. "What are you running from?" Daniel looked up. "I am not running." The old man smiled slightly. People who stay distracted all day are usually running from something. Silence. Daniel stared into the cup, then quietly said, "I think I am wasting my life." The old man nodded immediately, as if he had heard those exact words 1,000 times before. "What does your daily routine look like?" Daniel opened his mouth, and then stopped, because he realized something terrifying. He did not have one. His days were completely random. Wake up late, scroll, eat. Think about changing, sleep, repeat. The old man leaned forward. "That is your problem. You think success is something you build with intensity. But success is built with repetition." Then he reached into his jacket pocket and placed a small worn notebook on the table. "Every night," he said, "write one thing." Daniel frowned. "One goal." The old man shook his head. "One promise. Small enough that you cannot hide from it." Daniel almost laughed. "That sounds too simple." The old man smiled. "That is exactly why it works." Before leaving, he said something Daniel would never forget. "Your future is not hidden inside your intentions. It is hidden inside your daily habits." The next morning, Daniel opened the notebook. He stared at the blank page for a long time. Part of him wanted to write something impressive, something that would finally prove he was serious. He almost wrote, "Wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, read 30 pages, no social media." Then he stopped. He thought about every other time he had made a list like that, and he remembered how each one ended. Abandoned by day 3. So instead, he wrote one sentence. Wake up before 8 a.m. That was it. He set the alarm and he closed the notebook. And the next morning, when the alarm went off at 7:55, his first instinct was to turn it off and go back to sleep. He lay there for almost a full minute, eyes open, staring at the ceiling. And then he sat up, not because he felt motivated, not because he felt ready, but because he had written it down. And something in him did not want to break that anymore. He kept the promise. The next day, he wrote 10 push-ups. He dropped to the floor after 8 and almost stopped. He did 2 more. The day after, read 5 pages. He got distracted twice. He came back both times. The day after that, no phone for 1 hour after waking up. He picked it up out of habit at the 20-minute mark. He put it back down. Tiny promises, barely visible wins. But something strange began to happen. Daniel's mind felt lighter. His room became cleaner without him forcing it. His posture changed. His thoughts became sharper. And most importantly, he started trusting himself again. Not because life had changed, but because he had stopped lying to himself. I need you to hear what I am about to say, because this is where most people's stories end. Not with failure, not with quitting loudly, but with something much quieter and much more dangerous. Weeks passed, and then came the stage nobody warns you about. The stage where improvement becomes boring. No huge results yet. No applause, no transformation photos. No one noticing anything, just repetition, day after day after day. And repetition, quiet and unglamorous and completely unseen, is where most people quietly quit. One rainy evening, Daniel sat on his bed staring at the notebook. Part of him wanted to stop. What is this even doing? Nobody sees it. Nothing has changed. He picked up his phone. Everyone else looked like they were thriving. Instant results, instant transformation, instant success. He stared at the notebook again. Then he closed it. And then he opened it again. Because somewhere, small and quiet, something had changed in Daniel. He did not feel the same desperate emptiness anymore. He felt something different, something harder to name. He felt like someone who kept his word. And then one evening, his phone rang. And what came next brought Daniel closer to everything he had been working toward, and further from it, in the same moment. It was Marcus. His company was hiring junior trainees, good salary, real opportunity. The interview was Monday, 9 a.m. Daniel prepared like never before. He practiced answers for hours, researched the company, laid out his clothes the night before, set 4 alarms. For the first time in years, he felt genuinely hopeful. Monday morning arrived. Daniel woke up early, dressed perfectly, left the house with his head high. But halfway there, traffic stopped completely. An accident had blocked the road. Daniel watched the minutes disappear. He left the bus and ran. Through the rain, through honking cars, through puddles, soaked through, lungs burning. When he finally arrived, the doors to the interview room were closed. A receptionist looked at him gently. "I am sorry. It ended 10 minutes ago." 10 minutes. 10 minutes between his old life and the future he had been building toward. Daniel walked outside slowly. He sat alone at a bus stop, rainwater dripping from his clothes, hands shaking, chest hollow, and something broke inside him. Not anger, not sadness, something worse. The quiet belief that maybe he was simply not built for this. Then his phone vibrated. A message from Marcus. "Bro, where are you?" Daniel typed, "I missed it." 3 dots. Then, "Come anyway." Marcus was waiting at the elevator. "You thought the interview was the opportunity?" He shook his head. "It was not. The manager saw you, running through the rain, refusing to give up. He said, 'That guy cares.'" Marcus handed Daniel a visitor badge. "They want to speak with you." Inside the office, the manager asked only one question. "What changed you?" Daniel thought about the notebook. The tiny promises, the boring mornings, the evenings no one saw. The moment he wanted to quit and did not. Then quietly, he answered, "I got tired of disappointing myself." Silence filled the room. The manager nodded slowly and smiled. 3 days later, Daniel got the job. But strangely, the job was no longer the biggest victory. The biggest victory had already happened. The first morning he kept a promise to himself. That was it. Not the salary, not the office, not the success, self-respect. That was what changed everything. Months later, Daniel returned to the small tea shop, but the old man was gone. The owner handed him a folded piece of paper. The old man had left it behind. It said 4 words. "The day you decide." That was it. No instructions, no roadmap, no secret formula. Just a reminder that everything begins the moment you make and keep one small decision. If Daniel's story felt familiar, if you have ever lain in bed making promises to yourself that tomorrow you would fix everything, if you have ever felt ashamed of the gap between who you are and who you know you could be, then I want you to do one thing right now. Open your notes app. Write one task for tomorrow, small enough that no excuse can touch it. Do this every night for 30 days. Then come back, not for me, but to prove it to yourself. Because you do not build a new life in a single moment of motivation. You build it in the quiet moments nobody sees. And one day, without realizing when it happened, you stop feeling like someone who keeps almost changing. And you start feeling like someone who kept their word. Drop your progress in the comments every week. If this moved something in you, share it with one person lying in bed right now making the same promises Daniel used to make. Subscribe. because people who keep their word tend to come back. I will see you next week.